My name is David Siddons and I'm president of the David Siddons Group.
And I'm George Salazar as a territory manager.
And this is the best gated waterfront community in Miami. Actually, we're standing here a few steps away from where you grew up.
Yes.
And George obviously not only is part of the team, but he grew up right here. So we're going to do something. We're going to discuss what is a very much needed topic of conversation. What is the best gated community in Miami? And I know that's somewhat subjective because you might say the best for what? But specifically, we're going to talk about the best for relocating families, the best for families. And what is incredible about this position, which most people don't know, as we're standing here actually in Old Cutler Bay, we're looking across at Gables Estates. And this is really the focus. Gables Estates, the #1 gated community in Miami, and Old Cutler Bay, the #2 gated community in Miami. Simply put, why are they honestly the best gated communities in Miami? Well, yes, they're waterfront, and you can go around and you can look at Indian Creek Island with the most expensive real estate possible, known as Billionaire's Bunker. Yeah. You could look at the Star Islands. You could look at other certain areas. But there is a very, very legitimate reason why Gables Estates is the best community. And we're going to drill in more than just why. We're going to give you the specifics of where within the community you should look to buy, because it's not all the same. So first of all, the reason why it is, and I think we've discussed this, you grew up here, you were at school here, a few minutes away outside the community. Yeah. The best private schools are here in Coral Gables.
100%. You're very close to all the best schools in the area. It's a gated community. You are in Gables Estates specifically, you are guaranteed an acre.
Yep. And
you have these beautiful pockets here between, right now we're between Arvida and Reynante, in what I would say is probably the most prestigious waterfront properties in South Florida.
So with that in mind, why do we move here for families, or why would a family move here more than anywhere else? Well, firstly, it's gated, but it's also insulated. I think that's actually a really good way of putting it. Yeah. You would ride your bikes to your friends' houses on a Saturday afternoon or after school.
The whole crew was here. We were in and out of people's houses, and we were all within the gated community, and we grew up together playing basketball, riding bicycles, going on the boat, coming back from the boat, going straight into the pool, barbecuing. Those are some of my fondest memories for sure.
As you said, when you look across to Gables Estates, you've got at least an acre. And when you go through that and you look in other parts of Miami, other communities, you don't get that. The Venetian Islands doesn't get it. Star Island maybe here and there might get it, but it's much more pricey.
The houses are spread apart. You're guaranteed an acre in Gables Estates. Part of why we really like Old Cutler Bay as well is because the amount of homes. So there's not many homes in Old Cutler Bay. It's almost like a it's like a boutique Gables Estates. No, you don't have the size of the lots in Gables Estates, but you do have that community feel and that boutique feel, and you have that same, you share the same waterfront. I mean, right across from the canal here, we have houses that are on Arvida. Right now here we're on Reynante. The lot's a little bit smaller. We're here on 20,000, 25,000 square feet of land, but you enjoy the same access to the bay.
So George, everybody wants to know, we built this community up. Let's talk about the numbers so people can know exactly what it's going to cost to kind of move in here.
Well, if you're in a $15 million range or north of that, you can get into a really nice estate in Gables Estates. If you're a little bit below that, but you still want to enjoy that boater's dream home on the water with a good amount of land, Old Cutler Bay is a great option. You could find homes anywhere from 8 to 13 million in Old Cutler Bay, and basically have the same lifestyle as you would in Gables Estates. Just if you're looking for something more grand or something a little bit larger, you would fare with Gables Estates.
So talking about a little bit larger and really the best of the best, let's talk with this incredible backdrop about some of these houses that traded behind us, so you can get a sense. And of course, if you want to know some of the specifics of those trades, you give us a call and we'll go into more detail, more granular detail about the homes. But take us through some of these trades so you can get a sense.
So just behind us right here, we have some really big houses active on the market today. We have a house just over here asking about 48 million. We have another one asking 25. The one directly behind us traded off market above 50 million. The house next to us just traded at about 10 million, and the house next to that has gone pending with a last asking of $15 million.
What's important is to know the streets to focus on, and you know these, and we looked at these, and
some of my personal favorites.
Yeah, take us through the streets.
Gables Estates, definitely Arvida and Lucadendra. You have Casuarina as well in the north entrance. Something special about these streets is that if you could be on the right side of them, or on the left side, depending on what we're talking about, you'll find these basins where they open up very similar to this one, where you have enough space where the house across from you isn't right in your face. You have a nice, it almost feels like a bay view. So you have you feel more connected to the water because there's more of it in your backyard, and it makes it much easier. Of course, if you're a big boater and you have a large vessel, it's easy to accommodate. It's easy to turn around, and you're in the open bay in less than 2 minutes.
The benefit of living in a basin, something that we get from clients, is I want to be able to cast a rod into the water. I don't want to have to look at my neighbor eating his breakfast as I'm, on my my front porch eating my breakfast. I want some privacy. I call it the Great Gatsby view, where you literally feel like you're looking across the lake to the other houses. These views are very, very dramatic. They will literally leave you breathless, and there's very few areas that can achieve that kind of sensation, that kind of emotion in the process. So the takeaway is, if you are a relocating family coming down to Miami and you're looking for the best gated community, which happens to be Waterfront, you will not do any better than Gables Estates. So as always, see our information below at the bottom of the screen, shoot us an email, give us a call. We will bring you continued education on the market. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us.